Welcome to a Friday. It is May 9th, 2025. With Mike Smith, I'm Dan Ramey. Good to have you here today, and good to be here as well.
Yes, sir.
I was on assignment yesterday, and we'll see what I was doing coming up here shortly. You can also see it. It's already on our YouTube channel. But we've got all that and more coming your way in just a bit. But first, let's start with a look at our forecasts.
Yeah, after a lot of rain, we're drying out for a few days. Sunshine returning today through Sunday, at least, with highs a little chilly on Friday. I think we're talking about 60 for a high today. I think I heard one forecast overnight low tonight of 38. Ooh. But then warming back up into the low to mid-70s for Saturday and Sunday.
I think we can handle that. I mean, we've already gone through it, so we've been conditioned,
That's
so
right.
to speak. So after, 90 days of conditioning, we're right on it. All right, coming up here shortly, we'll take a look at what's making news for us. But first, let's tell you about Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. It's good to see Tom in studios today.
Yes, sir.
Tom, of course, is Tom White of Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor. And the reason he was here is because they are one of the major sponsors of Gus Macker, which is coming your way the weekend of May 31st. We'll have more about that on our YouTube channel, as well as littermedia.com. But in the meantime, let's get into what they do, and that is to make things better in your homes and your businesses as far as the comfort is concerned. You've got an issue with your heating, cooling, or plumbing, or maybe you need a service taken care of. Just go ahead and log on to littermedia.com. Click on this ad anywhere you see it, and it'll take you right to AccurateHVAC.com for accurate heating, cooling, and plumbing.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today. Introducing the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. We want to put your pet in the spotlight. Pets with paws to pets with fins. If they gallop, crawl, or slither, play fetch, or simply curl up and snuggle. Send us a photo of your pet and we'll announce a new pet each week. And one pet will be crowned Pet of the Year. To nominate your pet, visit littermedia.com. Click on Pet of the Week. Tell us about your pet and be sure to include a photo. Watch Litter Media Live each Thursday for the announcement of the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. No purchase necessary. Contest applications must be from Ohio residents and at least 18 years old.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
I stopped in to Hometown Motors Incorporated, 818 Eastern Avenue in Chillicothe the other day. Scott is still running around like a chicken with his head cut off, you know, the old expression. Hometown Motors, their spring sales event is continuing.
How about that?
But there's room when you walk in because inventory is going out the door. They've got, while supplies last, new riding tractors starting at $1699.99, new zero-turn motors starting at $3399.99, new walk-behind starting at $399.99, new chainsaw starting at $279.99, new blowers starting at $199.99, and new trimmers starting at $229.99. You want to find out more? You better stop in to Hometown Motors Incorporated, 818 Eastern Avenue in Chillicothe. Hometown Motors, your store for the outdoors. All right, coming up in a moment to look at all the stuff that we have to share with you. Look at that guy right there.
How about that?
That's the back of Rod Nichols. That means that the ball's going that way. But that's what a lot of people see when he's standing out of bounds, getting ready to put the ball into play. He's part of our stories that we'll share with you today. But first, we're going to start where?
Well, at the top of the news, the Pickaway County Chamber of Commerce hosted their annual dinner yesterday evening up in Pickaway County. Where else would you go? Nearly 216 attendees, a record for the event. The Business Pride Award was presented to Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Congratulations to them. The Gene Ankrum Memorial Retail Service Award was presented to Joy House Coffee. And the Business Person of the Year is this next guy, Jason Idle, owner and president of Hummel and Plum Insurance.
What's your business model that helped you to win this award tonight?
Oh, wow. Always customers first. I want to be, every client I have, I like to treat like I've known them for 30 years, and I tell them that. Every single client that I have has my personal cell phone. And so over the years, I've gathered quite a many cell phones in my thing, and hopefully I treat every client like I do myself.
And where do you see your business in the future?
Well, our business is 121 years old. I'd be the 5th generation, and I would love to see my sons, I have 3 sons, to take over and continue the legacy that we've had going on and to continue and grow in the sports community.
My 3 Sons, wasn't that a TV show?
That rang a bell. You can get that whole story on our website at littermedia.com, as Aaron Glandon went out to cover that last night.
This week has been Teacher Appreciation Week, and Zane Trace has been doing something rather interesting. They've been celebrating not only their teachers, but their entire staff. So our Aaron Glandon went out to speak with Shelley Morton, the Curriculum Director and Federal Programs Director, to find out more about what's happening out of Zane Trace.
What you're going to do is they're going to spin the wheel, and the wheel will come up and say big prize, which is a prize from the building administrator, or it could say grab bag prize, which is right behind you if you wanted to look at that. Just chips and different school supplies and candy bars, things like that. And then they have a challenge. So if you want to come in here, they have to do the challenge for whatever they spin. So some of the challenges, and we have had a couple times, is they had to pose just like the hippo did in these pictures. Some of them is contacting local businesses to have some donations for our teachers.
Would have been cool if he'd have stayed with that a little bit longer, but I'm sure whoever was displaying the hippo part,
right,
they were probably happy. There was a quick picture there. You can learn more about their challenge and prizes when you watch the full video on our YouTube channel. Now, much like what they have for athletic signing days, I was on assignment down at the Pike County Career and Technology Center. Seniors there were signing with employers in their fields of study. More than 20 seniors are already on the job with electrical, carpentry, and HVAC companies. Superintendent Eric Meredith, who you saw there, explains more.
Today we had the opportunity to meet with employers and parents and talk about how their students have been successfully working in the job placement program. Today they were able to sign with a particular company saying that they're going to work with this company for, we hope, a long time. And today we had several companies represented. We were able to sign over 22 students today, and that's a big accomplishment. We were able to have well over 40 or 50 students this year on job placement, and today we were able to recognize those that are actually working in the field already. So a lot of these students had to take the day off to come in and be with us today to sign with a particular company. So we're very proud of them and their accomplishments. It's a big responsibility as a senior to be able to go out and work, also keep up with their academics, and then if they particularly do anything at the home school, any sporting activities or theater or anything like that, anything that's extracurricular, they're keeping all that up as well. So we're very proud of all of our students for doing that.
I don't know if you recognize one of the kids on there was the Stiltner kid from Eastern, who was our McDonald's player of the game last year in high school basketball. So congratulations to all these guys. And it was all guys that were there, but their family were there and the representatives. It's neat to see the employers there almost as if they were the head coach that were signing them to these. So a lot of these kids are making anywhere between $25 to $35 an hour.
That's pretty nice to start out with, especially.
Absolutely. And some of them are only coming to school one day a week because they're out on the job the whole time.
Getting started. Bishop Flaget School is taking their spring stage show to the Ohio University Chillicothe Auditorium in Bennett Hall as Lion King Jr. will be performed at 7 p.m. on both May 16th and 17th. Get your reserved seats now before it's too late.
In celebration of their new Ice Age exhibit, the Ross County Heritage Center is having a family movie night. That's coming up Friday, May 30th at 7 p.m. Get ready to enjoy a movie under the stars, so bring your favorite beach towel or blanket to sit on because they'll be watching the movie Ice Age out on the grass beside the log house. Snacks and drinks will be provided. Ice Age-themed activities will be available before the film begins. In case of inclement weather, the film and activities will be moved indoors.
Congratulations to high school students awarded the Buzz Knoles Scholarships from the Ross County Junior Achievement Organization. Winners include Corinne Day, Lucas Parks, Jackson Oyer, Asher Pendle, Ben Yandilla, Jackson Coles, Caitlin Bash, Kellen Kitchen, Josie Lockheed, Emma Willett, Allison Clark, Ava Palmer, Maya Free, Grace McBee, and Connor Swepston.
Congratulations. Ohio University Chillicothe invites area high school juniors and seniors to learn about the nursing profession at the Bobcat Nursing Camp on June 16th from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. That's on the campus of OU Chillicothe. The engaging one-day camp will offer a unique and interactive career exploration experience. Participants will meet nursing faculty, tour the Ohio Chillicothe campus, and engage in hands-on activities designed to teach and practice various nursing skills. And I'm pretty sure they won't have the chairs seated in the old COVID-19 position there. The camp is aimed to inspire students by giving them the real-world glimpse into the medical field. There's no cost to participate in the Bobcat Nursing Camp, and lunch will also be provided.
Come see Ross County Health District's Mobility Manager Andy Platt at CarFit event at the Ross County Senior Center on Tuesday, May 13th from 10:30 to 2. A CarFit event has trained experts that will show you how to enhance your comfort, safety, and fit within your vehicle. Call Ross County Senior Citizen Center for an appointment or call Andy Platt at the Health District for more information. Our road report today, we're kind of between Pike and Scioto County, a resurfacing project on US 23 between Manufacturing Center Road in Pike County and the Scioto County line. At least one lane will be maintained, and they think they'll get this done sometime this summer.
All right. Coming up in just a moment, we'll take a look at sports, but first we want to tell you about a sponsor that I'm looking for and I can't seem to find. I know who it is. I just can't find it. Where is it? I don't see it anywhere. So what we'll do is we'll just tell you. Scioto Valley Dumpsters, 740-253-8389 is the number to call. And when you see Scioto Valley Dumpsters on our website, littermedia.com, just click on that and it will take you right to their website, which is, actually it's their Facebook page.
I see it.
Take you right to it. Do you see it?
Yes.
Oh, I see it now too. Look at that. I was going through
hiding behind the dumpster.
I was trying to find the ABCs and I wasn't hitting S. It was somewhere. But 740-253-8389 for Scioto Valley Dumpsters. Sports is next.
The Bean Foundation wants to raise awareness about suicide prevention by sharing 988. Trained crisis counselors are available to talk 24/7, 365 days a year. 988. Save the number. Save a life. To learn more about the Bean Foundation, click on this ad on littermedia.com.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance-Wyandot Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance-Wyandot Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union.
And we will be announcing who that is in just a few short moments at the end of our sportscast. And we're going to start with sports right now.
Yeah, the Jackson Ironmen have defended their FAC baseball championship, and they didn't even have to take the field last night. The title clinch came thanks to the Chillicothe Cavaliers' 9-7 upset win at Miami Trace, handing the Panthers their second conference loss of the season, with only 2 league contests to go. Those final 2 games for 6-2 Miami Trace are at unbeaten Jackson, where the Panthers would need to win both games to share the conference title. The Cavaliers, who pulled off the upset last night, conclude their FAC season at 5-5, and this is the old adage, this is why you play the games. Speaking of playing the game, they just can't seem to get this one in. They've tried to get together 4 times this year. 3 of those have been rainouts. We're talking about Unioto-Zane Trace baseball. That was rained out last night. So here's the scenario. Unioto can clinch a share of the SVC with a win tonight at Huntington, if they could beat Huntington, which concludes their conference season. But Zane Trace has makeup games. They play tonight against Piketon in their regularly scheduled game, then has a makeup game at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning against Paint Valley, and then they have to complete a suspended game that's in the 3rd inning against Adena on Monday. Zane Trace leads that 3-2.
Maybe it's not you, Mike, with the rain. Maybe it's Zane Trace.
Well, it could be, yeah. So they're a little behind to speak of. Now, the makeup game with Unioto is scheduled for next Thursday, so if Unioto wins, they clinch a share. If Zane Trace wins all of those games we mentioned, it still comes down to next Thursday for the outright championship. But again, if Zane Trace loses any of those games and Unioto wins against Huntington tonight, it's over. So we'll keep you tuned in. There were a few other games that did get played last night, although rain took a bite out of most of them. You can see the completed games that are boldened in there. Baseball, Circleville beat Logan Elm 13-6. Bern Union, now that's a baseball score, 23-1 over Harvest Prep. Alexander beat Federal Hockey, and Tays Valley beat Whetstone 12-0. On the softball side, we see that Waitersburg beat Waverly 18-1. I think Bern Union had the same idea of softball as they did baseball. 24-3 over Harvest Prep.
Both of them are saying, we'll see you on the basketball floor.
We'll see you basketball. And the completion of a suspended game, Coal Grove beat Ironton 12-1. Again, this is softball. And then in non-conference games last night, I think this is the first game Tays Valley softball has lost since March the 29th. They lose to Hilliard-Bradley. Lancaster won. So did Greenview over Washington. Miami Trace beat Fairfield. Liberty Union over Licking Heights. Olentangy beat Bloom Carroll. Amanda over Madison Plains, and Hamilton Township beat Whitehall. The Reds did it again last night. No, they didn't win. They blew a late lead. They scored 2 in the top of the 9th on a 2-run homer by Reese Hines, who everybody's been begging to get off the minor league squad and up on the big. But then the Reds gave up 2 in the bottom of the 9th to go to extra and then lose it in 11.
Thanks to Reese Hines. Had he been able to positionally reach that baseball, it would have been an out and not a run coming in.
So he goes from goat to goat. So the Reds wrap up that series having won only 1 of the 4 games in Atlanta. The Guardians, they were idle last night. They've got the Phillies tonight. And in NBA basketball, it's Game 3 of their Eastern Conference semi. Cleveland at Indianapolis trailing that series 2-0. Cleveland's had the same fate as the Boston Celtics. They've blown big leads in almost every game except the first one for Cleveland. And I don't know how that's happening, but it is. Time now for the awarding of the Neil Coleman Insurance-Wyandot Mutual Player of the Week presented by Homeland Credit Union. Avery Miller, a junior at Mount Vernon Nazarene University and a 2022 Unioto High School grad, led the Mount Vernon softball team to a 29-21 record and 4th place finish in the Crossroads League tournament. But her batting average at .432, she has 9 home runs and 58 RBIs. She also led the team with 91 assists on the defensive side, plus set a club record for RBIs with 58, which is also ranks 15th nationally. Avery earned all Crossroads League, first team all league, and she started all 50 games at either third or first base. Avery Miller, congratulations for the honor.
If you have a player you'd like to nominate for our Player of the Week, simply send that to littermedia@gmail.com and tell us a little bit more about your nominee. Mm-hmm. Congratulations.
Yes, sir.
All right, coming up in just a moment, this station history, and we turn the Litter Media Wayback Machine to
1914, saluting our mamas.
Ah, okay, very good. That's just ahead. But first, we want to tell you about
these folks, Litter Quality Propane. 92 years of serving propane users in southern and central Ohio. Reliable supply, reliable service, reliable people. Litter Quality Propane.
Whenever I first applied for the Archways opportunity, oh, do I have to pay this back? Do I have to do that? Like, is it a loan? And it's not. It's a scholarship. A goal of mine is to graduate college debt-free. If you're a crew member, you get $2,500 a year, and if you're a manager, you get $3,000. And especially if you're going locally to college, like to the branch or something like that, it's really helpful.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our Kingston National Bank mobility app today.
Big yards, small yards, hilly yards, silly yards. Every yard is unique, and every yard, no matter how much you love it, can be uniquely frustrating to mow. That's why Country Clipper is designed to tackle any obstacle imaginable. It's the perfect mower for even the most imperfect yard. Country Clipper, engineered for easy.
Road Report again. 818 Eastern Avenue in Chillicothe for Hometown Motors Incorporated. This station history, we go back to
1914. President Woodrow Wilson issues a presidential proclamation that officially establishes the first National Mother's Day holiday to celebrate America's moms.
Was this to make up for the income tax that he laid on us?
It didn't help. No. The idea for a Mother's Day is credited by some to Julia Ward Howe in 1872 and by others to Anna Jarvis in 1907, who both suggested a holiday dedicated to a day of peace. Many individual states celebrated Mother's Day by 1911, but it was not until Wilson lobbied Congress in 1914 that Mother's Day was officially set on the second Sunday of every May. And if you haven't checked your calendar, kids, that's this Sunday.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
Now, for Dan and I, our moms are both with the Lord. Mm-hmm. So you're either celebrating your mother-in-law, which mine is also with the Lord. So I'm celebrating my wife, I guess, even though she's not my mama.
Celebrating my mother-in-law, Sherry, and my wife, Missy, as well as our daughter-in-law, mm-hmm. in Brandy. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, I got to make a stop and buy flowers.
Yeah.
It's the normal thing I've been doing here of late.
Yeah. We are starting to get our kitchen remodeled on Monday. So this weekend, we have to get everything out of cupboards and drawers and box it up and take it into
You'll
the
find
other room.
Tupperware that you didn't know you had.
So happy Mother's Day, Laura. This was your gift, so enjoy working to get that started.
That'd have been cheaper if you bought her jewelry.
You know, she doesn't like jewelry. There's a story behind that I'm not even going there. Other than her engagement ring and wedding ring, she's just not a jewelry person. So
some folks are like that.
I know.
You know? But
sometimes I think it'd be easier.
But we're fortunate that we're like that because Missy's not big on jewelry either. Yeah. So, all right, that's it for the program today. And we are back at it again next Monday with the daily program for you. I want to remind you about the Paint Valley Stadium, Nicely Field there, will be used tomorrow night for a revival activity for teens. And this should be really big. Cameron Babb will be the spokesperson. If you don't know his story, he's the player for Ohio State that was injured every year that he played, came back and caught a touchdown towards the end of the regular season. And just the you look at defeat in the face like he did. When you're an athlete, you want to be able to perform, but he was injured every one of those seasons, and he just became somebody that could have said, let's pack it in, let's give and let's go on. Mm-hmm. But he continued to give and give and give back, and now he's giving back with his testimony.
Yeah.
And the Satterville brothers, Grant and Zane, will be there to perform as well, and looking forward to that. So that starts tomorrow night, I think, at 5 o'clock.
There's a pre-event that the FCA is doing from 5 to 7, then the rally's at 7.
Yeah, very good. All right, so look for us. We'll have cameras out and about all across the Scioto Valley as we were yesterday in 2 different counties yesterday. Mm-hmm. So we're back at it again Monday. We'll find sleep somewhere. That's it for the program. For Aaron Glandon, who's probably still sleeping from because we worked that kid to death, and Mike Smith, I'm Dan Ramey. Enjoy your weekend, and happy Mother's Day, Mom.